will not. A man can survive stress in the workplace, stress in the world, but at home, it will break him. Men crave peace more than anything in their life. That's why you'll see a man grind through long hours, fight through setbacks, and even tolerate jobs he doesn't like. But one thing he won't do, he will not stay in a home that feels like a battlefield. Because if every conversation feels like...
Let's go to the book of Sirach right quick. It's a quick hit through the spirit. It's a quick hit. Eve, if you in the spirit, stop it. Repent and be therefore converted. And get with Abba Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Right? The Most High say, wicked woman abated the courage and make it a heavy countenance. You see, this is what a wicked woman, a wicked wife would do unto her husband. And you know the spirit of these Eves in today world, in Esau world. You already know the vibration of a so-called black woman. You already, it's just thinking about it can drive you crazy. You can lose your peace. Not even talking about it. Just thinking about the destruction of Eve in the house. No order. All she want to do is run her mouth. She know everything. She don't want to be held accountable for her actions. Right? She don't want to submit unto her husband, her head. She's the masculine one in the house. And these Jakes then became the effeminate one. You see, a happy life, happy wife spirit, they have destroyed the marriages. Happy wife, happy life have destroyed the marriages. Right? Let's be repetitive. Before we even be repetitive, let's pull out this whole. There's a few verses on Eve. Matter of fact, we're going to get back to it, Yasharala. Once again, giving all honor. This wasn't planned. I'm just watching TikTok. You know, you can do a video every 3 minutes watching TikTok, right? The Most High made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, right? Ezekiel 3:17. So the Most High say, bring it out. Anything for edification and exaltation that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Mashah may be justified in his saying. These are the saying. That's why you have to take counsel of the men of David. Okay? This is why you have to take counsel, Yasharallah. See, let's be balanced in bringing out the precepts. The Most High say, well is him, talking about a husband, talking about a Hebrew Israelite who's married, right? Well is him. There's no such thing as boyfriend and girlfriend. The Most High don't deal with boyfriends and girlfriend. You ain't gonna never find that in the scriptures, Israel. It's husband and wife, right? Well is him that dwelleth with a wife. See, not a girlfriend, of understanding, and that had not slipped with his tongue, and that had not served a man more unworthy than himself. Right? The Most High say in the book of Sirach 25:13, give me any plague but the plague of the heart of any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. You see, the Most High understand that these women, these daughters of Zion, you have a lot of wicked Israelite women in Zion, right? Everything is about degrees with them. Everything is about them. Happy, long as they happy, the hell with the rest. And their happiness is based off their husband pain and hurt. See? The Most High say in the book of Sirach 25:15, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no rat above the rat of an enemy. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. See, let's bring it out again. It's all in the book how Eve rocked and what men go through with a wicked Eve like this. And I'm talking about Israel, the 12 tribes. I'm not talking about these other nations. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. You see, the wickedness of a woman changing her face and darkening her countenance like sackcloth. You see, the Most High said in the book of Sirach 25 and 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So that's a punishment. If you're a wicked Israelite man, to keep house with a wicked Israelite woman, this is a punishment unto you. See, if you're a wicked man, this is your portion, a wicked woman. Right? This will be your portion. That's why the Most High say in verse 21, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. See? Because as an Israelite brother in this truth, you're supposed to be seeking Eve, if you're going to be with a wife, where you can bring her in this truth and teach her the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and teach her her customs, right? As an Israelite woman, as a daughter of Zion, to teach her thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? But if she don't want to repent and turn to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and still willing to give you a peace of mind and be at peace and do the duties of a wife and give you peace, right? Because you got some women who's not in the truth, but the husband is. But she's at peace with her husband, right? Didn't Paul talk about that in the book of Second Corinthians? Let's see if I can get that in Corinthians. I believe chapter 7. Let's see. Been a while. I'm just rolling through the spirit, Yasharala. I'm just reading, right? 1 Corinthians 7:27. Art thou bound unto a wife, seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife, seek not a wife. See, if you're in this truth, see, some people say they'll choose P over P. You got to choose peace over the other P. This is the time we're in anyway. Art thou bound unto a wife, seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife, seek not a wife. But, and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she had not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. But this I say, brethren, the time is short, and the time we're in is short. We're at the end of the end of the end of the end. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they have none, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoice not, and they that buy as though they possess not. See, because this is what we're in the time. This is the time we're in. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passing away. And we're in that time. And that's why men is not choosing to be with these Eves right now. A lot of women are saying how they're not being approached by men no more. Men is not, coming at them like once upon a time. Because men is choosing peace. While all hell is breaking loose, men are choosing peace. Women have become too difficult to deal with, especially when they're not in order. And this is what happened when a woman is not in order, okay, they have chosen the way of Esau in this world, in this life. And that's why the Most High say in the book of Jeremiah 31 and 22, I believe, there's a new thing in the earth where a woman shall compass a man, right? And when you go to Isaiah 31, the Most High is telling Eve, I think chapter 32, the Most High is telling Eve that the victor shall not come. Okay? The Most High is telling Eve it's time to get right and come up out of the spirit of murk and come in the house of mourning. Okay, we in the time of doom and gloom. Running that mount and being the head, wearing the pants, you ain't gonna make it. If you in that spirit of being the head in your house, wearing the pants and doing thy will and not getting in order, Eve, you're not going to make it. But I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Elohim. See, if you're a man of the Most High, you part of the old for elect. You're a man of David. Your mind is on Yahweh by Shem Shai. You ain't worrying about no wife. You ain't worried about no wicked woman here in Babylon and Rome and Greece and Sodom and Gomorrah. Your mind is on Yahweh by Shem Shai. I could assure you that. Your mind is on Abba Yahweh by Shem Shai Mashiach. But I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried, see if you unmarried, care for the things that belong to the Elohim, how he may please the Elohim. But he that is married care for the things of the world. You see, that's why a lot of these Jakes is coming out of their spirit, man. How he may please his wife, because Jake been giving his wife everything, being the simp in the marriage, being the wimp, you know, to make sure that Eve would be happy. And at the point, he lost his identity in the process. See, a lot of these Jakes in these marriages have lost their masculinity, have lost their leadership in the house. Children and grandchildren look upon grandma as the head, as the man. She got the man spirit. Though she a woman, she have a manly spirit because she the one that's feared in the house. Jake on the bench, he on the sideline. He not in the game. And that's what happened in a lot of these marriages. The man is on the sideline, he on the bench, warming the pine, while the wife been active in the game the whole time. And Jake have lost his touch. See? The thrill is gone. Okay? All right, but he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. See? That's what's been going on. And that's why Jake is lost because of it. And a lot of Jakes have turned the drugs in the bottle to deal with it. He don't know. He let it go so long. He been letting Eve rule so long in the marriage. He can't put up a fight. He through. He's weak. He's feeble. He got feeble hands, as it say in the book of Shabbat. We'll go back there. There is a difference also between a wife. Now that's going to another topic. I don't want to go into that because that's going to another lesson. Okay. So I couldn't bring out some. None of this was planned. You know, Yasharal, I'm just coming out with some precepts. You know, just coming out with some precepts. And let's bring out, let me see. That's it on that. You know, let's go back to the book of Sirach 25, I believe that's where I was. I'm all over the place, but I'm making sense through that precept. Like I say, this wasn't planned. You know, I seen the clip on TikTok, and you know, I want to bring out some precepts, you know, for edification and exaltation. This might be pertaining to You that's watching this video, Yasharala, okay, and Eve, you better get the hell in order, right? The Most High say in the book of Sirach 25 and 24, let's start at 23. A wicked woman abated the courage, making a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. See, these men got wounded heart, and your heart is your mind, and the Hebrew is loud. And that's what I was just saying. A lot of these men, these jakes, they got wounded hearts, wounded mind, they wounded. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, making weak hands, you see? Now the husband got weak hands. He's liable to go off. He's liable to be a dope fiend. He's liable to be an alcoholic. You see, porn, being porn, watching porn. You know, he got feeble hands. Now he liable to be at the casino, gambling it up, or whatever the case may be. Israel, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. See, the beginning of sin, that was going back to Eve in the garden with Adam. And that's why you men need to be heads in the house. The Most High say, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. See, these women have too much freedom in Babylon. Esau have promoted these women, you know, through the welfare system, through all these certificates, all these little certificates. You know, I don't need a man's spirit, right? You know, independent hoes. That's what it did. Turn Eve to an independent slut. That's all there is, some slut in the hoes. That's what these certificates have done for them. Too much liberty have destroyed Eve. The Most High said, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty. Liberty means freedom, to gad abroad. You know what gad abroad means, Israel. I already said what I said already. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. The Most High said, let that hoe go. Give her them papers. See? Give her them papers, man. Don't have a wounded heart, Jake. Give her them papers and let her go. Bye-bye. The Most High say in the book of Isaiah 32 and 2, a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. The destruction that's coming upon Babylon. Eve, you're gonna need a righteous man, a man of Yahweh by Hashem. The time we come in, you're gonna need a covert from this destruction. Isaiah 4 and 1 said they're gonna be what? 7 women to 1 man. And 7 just mean completion. It could be more than that. A man shall be as a hiding place. What the Most High said about a man? Because a man is the prize. Not you, Eve. The man is the prize. A man shall be as a hiding place, Eve, from the wind. See, church don't teach you that. You go in church, nothing but women in church, all over the damn place, hollering and screaming and rolling on the ground. It's barely no men in there. Because the church ain't teaching these women to get a goddamn husband. He ain't pairing them up. You get with this one, you get with that one, you get with brother so-and-so. We gonna marry y'all. It's time to stop playing games. See, the church ain't been teaching. That's why we tell y'all to get out of Satan's house. That's Satan's house. See, the pastor's all about these women money. All he doing is taking these women money and pimping these women. You see, and that's why these men don't go to church, because they see their wives getting pimped. And they saying, the pastor's pimping my wife, but he ain't gonna pimp me. And it's a shame that you husband have accepted your wives being pimped by another man. That's another lesson itself. You know, that's a husband having a what? A wounded heart. You accept the fact that your wife been pimped by pastor. So another man got her heart. That's what's going on, Israel. Whether you believe it or not, it's thus say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. And they convert from the tempest as rivers of water and they dry place. See, we gonna tell you thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. We don't give a damn how you feel. We not here to spare you feeling, Israel. We here to tell you thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah, right? We not here to be PC. We not PC. We ain't PC. We telling you, thus say Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah, all praises. As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. You in the weary land. America's a weary land. You don't think USA is a weary land? Israel, Yasharallah. You see, this is what's going on, right? The Most I say in the book of Isaiah 32 and 8. But the liberal, see, Eve got too much freedom. She been free to do what the hell she want. That's why she been gadding abroad. She been gadding because she been liberal. She a Democrat, right? Devised liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. That's what Esau did for you. He standing. That's what he done for you. Rise up, the Most I say, it's time to climb. Climb up, ye women that are these. Talking about you daughters of Zion, you Israelite women, you so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, were in integrity with the sit, and where y'all been scattered in the four corners of the earth amongst every nation. It's time to hear the voice, and the Most High voices through his prophets, through his meek servants, through the men of David, the apostles, the elders, the deacons, and bishops, and pastors of his heart. Jeremiah 3:15. Hear my voice, ye careless. The Most High say, you women been careless in Babylon, in USA, in Rome, in Greece, in Nineveh. Give ear mean get understanding, Eve. It's time to be understanding on tonight until the Most High speech, right? Many days and years shall you be troubled. You finna get shake, ride, and roll in Babylon. The Most High finna shake you. Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, meaning the good times. There ain't no more Le Bon Temps Roulette. You know in New Orleans they say Le Bon Temps Roulette, let the good times roll. Well, look, the Most High say it ain't no more good times. We at the end of the end of the end. We in judgment time, Yasharallah. The vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. There you have it. Tremble ye women that are at ease, the Most say, be troubled. You better shake. You better fear the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Ye careless one, and strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. See? That's what's going on, Israel. So I hope that this lesson was edification and exaltation, giving all the honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Shalom, 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 Shalom.